I wouldn't necessarily call this a paranormal experience, except that I currently have no other explanation for what happened. It's nothing major, but I had goosebumps for about half an hour after it happened. I was home alone and in my bedroom, sitting at my vanity and doing my makeup. The bedroom door is on the wall that is adjacent to the wall that my vanity is pushed up against. So whenever the door is open, I can see it behind me in the mirror. Hopefully this makes sense. The door wasn't open very wide, maybe about a foot or less. I finished up and turned to leave the room. Stepping towards the door that is slightly open, as I reached out for the doorknob, the door suddenly closed so that there was no gap between the door and the door jamb, but it hadn't fully clicked shut. This caused me to hesitate for a split second because I knew I was home alone, and at first it seemed as though it had been pulled shut since it happened so quickly. But I wrote it off as my movements somehow creating a gust of wind that caused the door to move. As I reached out again, a second time, the door clicked shut. I grabbed the doorknob and tried to twist it, and to my horror, it wouldn't move. My blood immediately ran cold, because my first thought was that someone was on the other side holding my door shut. To clarify, it has no lock. I tried turning my doorknob and pulling for what felt like maybe 10 seconds, and my heart was pounding in my chest, when suddenly the doorknob turned and I yanked my door open. I looked into the hall, relieved to see nobody was in front of me, and called out for my parents, but they still weren't home. I ran down the hall, looked into each room, and ran all through the house just to make sure nobody had broken in, but all of the doors were locked as I'd left them, and the windows were all closed. I ended up running upstairs and opening my door to about how wide it had been before, and started trying to replicate my movements to see if walking/rushing towards the door somehow caused it to close on its own, but nothing produced these results. All of the windows were definitely closed, so it couldn't have been a draft, unless the AC suddenly picked up. But the part that definitely freaks me out and got my heart racing was when it clicked shut that second time and I couldn't turn the knob. It literally felt like someone was holding the door closed. I'm sure it could have easily been something like the doorknob jamming, but all of that together, with my door seemingly moving on its own twice, had me sitting in the living room for the rest of the day, in case I felt the need to make a run for it. Hello everyone, SinisterShaf here. This story was Something Strange Happened with My Bedroom Door Today by Dysredditor. Thank you for letting me narrate your story. If you enjoyed this video, then please remember to like and subscribe if you have not done so already. Also, if you can, share this video with your friends. You can now also follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Links are in the description box below. Thank you for watching, and, as always, stay sinister.